Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be doing the Inertia That Moves lab. There will be a lot of these things that you can do. You should be able to utilize some household things. I'll also have a data table modified for you so that you should be able to put in the information that you need for it and then submit the lab. Thank you. Some of the items that you'll need is I need I had a solo cup that I cut a little bit of a hole in, some matchbox bars. You got to make sure that the hole is big enough so that the object can go through if necessary, or whatever it may be. You'll need a couple of books. I have the same ramp that I had the last time. This time I'm going to utilize the go with that using a matchbox thing. You can use a sphere if you have it. This is a shooter's marble. These small regular marbles probably wouldn't be the best ones to use for that. As a previous lab, I will be doing some of the things as well to kind of make some modifications. If you use a Hot Wheel, you will want the mass of the object to be about 33.4 grams. If you're using a shooter's marble, it's about 23.3. Small marble, like I said, probably isn't the best one to use, and that one would be about 5.9 grams, where the golf ball is about 49. You want to have enough mass if you're going to do this one on your own to get it to move. Most solo cups, whether it be blue or red, are going to have about a mass of 10.7 grams. You will need to change the mass of the cup at some point, and so if you use a quarter, it would be about 6.1 grams. So then all you have to do then is take your cup and then just add a couple quarters, and now you've almost doubled the mass. Also, if you don't have a meter stick available, I do have the conversions also done for you. So let's get making. You'll also want a sheet of paper to mark that, and I'll show you that in just a little. Now that I have my solo cup set up on the ramp, you can see that I have the ramp going right into the middle. If I take and make a marking right at the back of the cup, I will then be able to easily make a measurement of how far the cup has moved. I'm going to use just a nice free 6-inch ruler that I will be able to make that measurement. I don't want to have it right there because that's going to restrict it. Instead, I'll have it off to the side. I'll show you what I mean by that. If I take my glass shooter, start at 15 centimeters, you can see that the cup moved. Make my mark, and then measure the distance between those. So that's what you would look like to do for your lab. Alright, now that I have my markings on the paper, I'm going to have to change the mass of my object rolling down and the mass of my cup, but I need to keep the cup. So what I'll probably do is I'll take some of the mass weights there and use a heavier sphere, or if you had masses on here first, you have to, but as long as you have the second trial is going to have a different mass of the cup and sphere need to be there. And to help that, I'll just turn my piece of paper over, so then I'll start with the clean sheet. On for trial 2. I ended up using a matchbox car in my second trial, and now that I have all the marks down, it's time to write them down and analyze my data. All right, now that I have all of my data in the spreadsheet and I have all that, I'm then asked to make a graph. Now, this is not much different than some of the graphs that you've been asked to make before in your uh, weekly graphs. So I will highlight the information that I want, go to the plus. I can choose the color that I want. I'd choose the multiple colored ones because I think because of the way we have it, it'll make life easier. I'm going to choose that one. Now this is not completely done. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to edit the references. Then from here, I'm going to delete that series that is the same as the previous, which now then forces the graph to share the same x-axis, which we want. And I will have two different colors for my y-axis, for one for child 1 and one for child the other. When I click done, I come down here and I will see that I have that done. Now I want to make some changes. I'm going to click on the paintbrush. Then from here, I can go and put more information in, such as axes names. What am I measuring on those sides? And some of those, and we can have that information, chart style, and legend if you wanted to, XY scattered, where's the data, the arrangement. And so there's a lot of different options that you can have. So the value down here would be the distance, it looks like the release point. And it'll be release point, and that would be in centimeters. And then I would go through and change the name of my x-axis, my y-axis as well with that. And so there you should be able to have that, and that information should be added into your inertia that moves on that last sheet, and so there you would have the graph.